Welcome to GamesBeat Rewind. This week we'll be going over the best games of the year through a variety of categories. Today, it's the Non-Awards. This is GamesBeat's chance to talk about the games and the things that happened that don't necessarily fit into other categories. Joining us today is myself, Jeffrey Grubb, GamesBeat Managing Editor, Jason Wilson, GamesBeat's Reviews Editor, Mike Minotti, GamesBeat Writer and Reporter, Stephanie Chan, and GamesBeat's PC Gaming Guest Post Editor, Rowan Kaiser. We're going to be with you all week, so be sure to check in every day for a new podcast and check GamesBeat.com for write-ups and more looking back at 2017. Hey you, yeah, you, the one trying to make a video game. I've got someone here that can help you, and that someone is Intel, which is not a someone, it's a company. But this company, they are going to help you as if they were a somebody and a someone and also a something. Check out software.intel.com/gamedev to find out how Intel is making sure all the innovation in gaming continues to happen on the PC as part of the Intel Game Dev program. Again, that URL is software.intel.com/gamedev. Sign up and start something new. Stephanie, do you have any other awards you want to give out?
I have the best use of a Futuro 128K+2 computer system, which is a made-up computer system in No Code Studios Stories Untold, which I really liked. It's like this collection of 4 interactive fiction games, but it's like in a 3D environment with interactive fiction elements to it. So the first one is The House Abandoned, which I think is the best one that they made in 48 hours for a game jam. And you're basically in a room on a computer playing an interactive fiction game, sort of like Zork or like, you know, one of those old games where you go west, go north. And then stuff starts happening around you in the room. And I just think it's like super great. It's really creepy, not really scary, but, you know, it kind of has a lot of the atmosphere. And I just think you don't see as many studios focusing on interactive fiction, text-based fiction that often in games. And I think it's really awesome that they're doing that.
2 things. I love any game that has like an old computer system inside of it. Even that new.
That's why I liked Her Story. I think just because it's kind of like that.
Oh, Her Story.
Was just any game where you're interfacing with like an archaic computer system. I love that. Like even that new Five Nights at Freddy's game, the free one on Steam. Like, a lot of that. Yeah, a lot of it just using like an old computer. It's cool. The other thing, I realized that like there's a huge gap actually between my generation of gamers and like some slightly younger people like you, Stephanie, because you're like one of those old games like Zork, and I'm like I would never call any game like just one of those old games. I'm like yeah, they're retro. It's it's slightly older, but it's right there. I'm like no, just one of those old games. I'm like man, I'm getting old.
One of those old games like chess or Go.
Yeah, exactly. It's in that category already.
Yeah, something that a monk played in a monastery.
Yeah, exactly. I'm actually looking up pictures of Stories Untold. It looks exactly what I want. The monochrome screens and things like that. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's got a Stranger Things vibe too. Like the opening sequence is very Stranger Things. All 4 of the chapters have that kind of retro vibe to it. It's just like really, it's a blast.
All right, I'm gonna jump in here with one of mine. The GamesBeat